Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. Sean Monaghan taking on Donovan "The Bomb" George. And in terms of the weigh-in, both no problem making the contract weight of 175 pounds. Arm length, Monaghan has the better distance.
Give me a good, clean fight. Protect yourself at all times and obey my commands at all times. At this time, touch them up, let's get popping.
Unified rules of boxing in effect. 10-point must-scoring system. No standing 8 count. No 3 knockdown rule. A boxer cannot be saved by the bell in any round. Only the referee can stop the fight. I'm going to throw in one more, Ray Mancini. Defense is optional.
I've been looking forward to this fight since I heard about it. I've seen Donovan George fight before, and I know, of course, we've done Shawnee's fight before. Both guys are going to be throwing punches and bunches, and they're not going to take a step backwards in a not too distant future.
So don't blink. Here we go. Donovan "The Bomb" George and Irish Sean Monaghan.
You know, Donovan George is a road warrior, as we said before the fight. He's used to going to people's backyard. I love the fact that he's so loose. And you know, that you got to be loose. Sean, he's been tense throughout yesterday during the interview at the weigh-in. That could work to his disadvantage, man. If Donovan George lets his punches go.
And that's a good, solid shot to the body.
Good shot.
By "The Bomb."
If Don lets his punches go, Shawnee's going to be, you know, in a world of trouble right from the jump, unless he keeps himself together, doesn't lose his composure.
And George has been in with very good competition. We mentioned earlier Adonis Stevenson, Edwin Rodriguez. He was dropped 5 times in that fight against Stevenson. Went into Montreal, and people booed him. When he went out, they cheered him. That's respect.
I really think he's got a good chance tonight. He's alive. You know, he's the underdog, but he's a live underdog.
Big right hand landed on the counter by George. Monaghan a little bit slow so far in this first round. And then he goes to the body with the left. He dug it in nicely.
And as much as I know that it's important for Shawnee, and he talked about wanting to look impressive and put on a good show, I think he's doing a smart, calculated start, and I think that's good for him. You know, with his opponent coming off a long layoff, it's okay for him to get off to a slow start a little bit and try to get him to work into the later rounds.
But see, when you watch Shawnee fight, he's pretty much by the numbers. Jab, jab, right hand. See, a guy like Donovan George, he taps, you know, he catches punches and he counters. He's staying real close. He's looking to counter over the top.
Minute to go in round number 1.
See, Shawnee's got to change it up. He's got to change it up. He's too much by the numbers, as I said.
George lets him come in and go to the body, and then he counters with the right hand upstairs. George knew what he was doing there. He may play the fool's man once in a while, but he knows what he's doing.
Well, we said earlier that he's fought Stevenson, he's fought Rodriguez, he's sparred with Kovalov, he's sparred with Stevenson, and he's sparred with Triple G.
Right hand landed by George.
He has a lot of experience in the ring.
Let's go.
He's lucky he sparred those guys with headgear. You know, he's not letting those guys hit.
Right hand got through by Monaghan. Big right hand upstairs by Irish Sean Monaghan.
Let him go, Sean, let him go.
That was his best punch of the first round. And back with the right comes George.
Amateur boxing, pro boxing. Next one, we got
Donovan George, Irish Sean Monaghan, as we head to round 2 for the NABO light heavyweight title. Monaghan throws the jab.
I love Monaghan. I love the fact with Donovan George how loosey-goosey he is. See that? He's letting his punches fly. Shawnee's got to loosen up. He's got to loosen up. Oh, good punch. He hit a good shot there.
A ferocious right hand missed by George. Monaghan back with the jab. There's a right hand.
Good counter by Shawnee. Good counter. See, that's just that. Shawnee keeps his hands up nice and tight.
Combination by Monaghan brings the crowd into it.
As long as Sean doesn't let the crowd dictate the fight for him, as long as he keeps his composure, he's going to be in good shape.
Both guys throwing crisp jabs in this round. And the right hand by Donovan George got through.
See, what I like about Donovan George right now, he feints, and then he jabs straight down the middle.
Crowd likes the right that Monaghan got through with there. Monaghan knows he's in with a tough customer here. He's showing some respect. Overhand right.
Shawnee got to throw that straight. If he loops it over the top too many times, George is going to slide in with an uppercut or short right hand. And believe me, he's going to set that trap if Shawnee keeps doing it. Shawnee got to throw that right hand straight from the shoulder, straight down the middle.
Monaghan goes to the body, and a counter right hand by George landed on the button.
Already these guys are banging heads, starting complaining of headbutts from both sides are complaining.
And I actually think that last one cut Shawnee above his right eye, so something to have to look at in between these rounds.
Yep, you can see the blood starting to trickle out of there. Monaghan not backing up, though. George just waiting to play the role of counterpuncher against the ropes.
Yeah, he's setting traps. He's setting traps. We'll see if the traps catch later on.
Right hand got through by Monaghan. End of round 2 coming up. Round number 3. George says, I've never been in a dull fight, and I don't think I ever will be, unless some miracle happens and I get blessed with amazing speed and boxing ability, which isn't going to happen.
And he was full of quotes in the fighter meeting, wasn't he? He's got quite a personality on him, you know?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he does. Shawnee's starting to throw them shots straight down the middle, like I said. You have to connect. With a guy like George, you got to straight shots to slow him down.
Blood continuing to be a problem over the right eye of Monaghan. He gets through with a jab. Again, he threw that overhand right.
Well, that's hard how you get headbutts, too. You throw an overhand right, your head comes forward, and if the guy comes underneath you, you're going to get headbutted.
To the body, solid combination by Monaghan. And he gets through with a jab.
That eye's bleeding pretty good.
A body blow, solid one. As George eats some more leather against the ropes. The right hand punctuated that exchange. Monaghan lands another short right.
Let me tell you right now, Donovan George is pulling out all the tricks right now. All the tricks that he's learned. He's pulling the jab, catching the jab in the left hand, pulling it in.
Monaghan lands. George misses.
Let me go, Sean. Let me go, Sean. Let me go, Sean. Let me go. Let me go, Sean.
Remember, the fight's got to go 4 rounds to go to the scorecards. If it's off and in a foul, Monaghan is fighting through it, though, pretty good right now. Goes to the body, left and right.
Both punches were caught by elbows of Donovan George. He's a pro, man. This kid's got all the pro tricks.
And he lands a left upstairs, a little short hook.
But I like that Sean is consistent. Sean is keep throwing punches. That's all you can do is keep forward, keep throwing punches. Especially on a guy like Donovan George. You got to keep him on the defensive.
Big round. Inside again goes Monaghan to the belly. Back comes George. Final seconds of round 3 as a war ensues in the 3rd round.
Seconds out! Seconds out! How we feel, Donovan? You good? You good? Sean, you feel good? Okay, let's go, baby. Let's do it.
Round number 4 scheduled for 10. Donovan George and Irish Sean Monaghan. George looked like he had some trouble breathing at the end of that third round. Now he's letting Monaghan just punch at him. He was in the corner. He was complaining to his trainer.
I don't know between rounds. I don't know if he looked like he had to throw up or couldn't breathe. I don't know what was happening there. And he got up. He was very angry when he got up.
Let's go to Christina Poncher in the corner.
George, Donovan's father, it looked like I don't know what was going on. Can you tell us what was going on in the corner? I don't know if it's his hand, if he wanted to throw up, what was going down?
You hurt his hand a little bit.
The right hand that he just had surgery on?
Yeah.
Do you think he broke it again?
I'm not sure.
You going to encourage him to just continue on with the fight?
I'm going to see how he feels, and if he wants me to stop it, I will. He's not going to say it. I'm going to have to make that call.
Do you make that call as a trainer or as his father?
As a trainer.
Thank you.
So the father is the trainer. A multitude of trouble for George over the years with the right hand, punctuated by a surgery just 14 months ago. Ray, what about the trainer relationship with the dad and the son?
I don't like it. My father taught me a long time ago, it's no good for a son, the father being the corner of a son, because emotions take over, not thought process. Right now, he's got to think. He's trying to think like a trainer, but it's his father. That's what he doesn't want his son to get hurt. He sees his son's hand is not right.
He's still throwing that right hand.
He's got to throw it because that's part of the deal. You can't let the guy think that if Shawnee knew was hurt, Shawnee would walk him down more harder than he is now. He's got to let him think he still got it.
Monaghan doubling up with the jab. Upstairs with the right. He's keeping that jab in the face of George in this 4th round.
Well, Donovan George said yesterday, he's not going to be able to knock me out. I've taken the punches of the toughest guys in the world. But he's got his hands down. He's letting Shawnee come forward. He's trying to sucker him into a left hook.
Well, and he's not hiding it. You see him shaking it out every time he throws a punch. So Shawnee should pick up on that, and his corner should tell him to press on.
He's in some pain right now, and you can see him wincing after he throws the right hand. But he's hanging in there. Monaghan lands a short left right on the button.
Let's go.
Well, that's really unfortunate for Donovan.
Upstairs with the combination. Monaghan as George just tries to taunt him. Monaghan another bomb upstairs with the right.
Worry about that. Take a deep breath, let it out slow. Yeah, fake that right hand and throw that hook. You gotta hit him on the fucking chin, son.
It's just a fucking hand. I'll be fine.
Yeah, I know that.
Some water.
Listen to me. You gotta hit him on the chin with that hook. Okay?
But let's do it from the left hook.
Fake the fucking right hand. Throw him on the fucking. You gotta hit him on the chin. You gotta knock him out. I
know that.
Okay.
He's not hurting me to the head.
Huh?
He's not hurting me to the head.
Okay, that's fine. Don't fuck around with your hands.
I have to get in his head now. I don't got a right hand. I'm gonna try to fuck with him now.
And his right hand, he's shaking that right hand. And he's had surgery there. He had surgery in August of 2014. First heard it in 2010. He finally had surgery, and he was returning to the ring tonight for the first time in 16 months.
My heart's still good. Let me go out on my shield, please. Do not stop the fight. Let me fight, please. Let me fight. Please, do not stop the fight. Okay, all right. Over there. All right.
He wants to
Let me go out on
continue.
my fucking shield. Calm down. We're gonna let you fight, okay? Time in. Let's go.
They're letting him fight. So George continues despite what is definitely an injured right hand.
Well, you know what? I gotta tell you the truth. I don't know if he needs more than a left hand right now. He's got a good jab, but he's hooking. Shawnee's running into that jab. I mean, look, you can't fight. You can't beat Shawnee with one hand. There's no doubt. But what I'm saying, he's doing well with it so far. He's not getting hurt.
Hey, this is a kid who got knocked down 5 times against Adonis Stevenson. He's showing a world of toughness here. As Monaghan comes into the corner and goes to the body. It's an angry George that retaliates with the right.
He's throwing it, man, but it's hurting him every time. It's hurting him.
And it's important for Shawnee not to lose his composure, to stay calm and keep doing what he needs to do and not get reckless, knowing that his opponent is hurt.
The partisan crowd starts chanting Shawnee's name. George pleaded with the doctor to continue, and here he is with really one hand.
And he's throwing it too. He's trying to show the doctor that, hey, I can still throw it. Man, but I know the pain he's got to be feeling.
Scheduled for 10. Who knows how long this can go and will go.
Hey, as long as he's throwing it, they got to let him go. The doctor can't stop it. He's letting. If he's still throwing it, you got to let him go.
Monaghan backs him up, lands to the body, lands upstairs.
He's still making a fight of it. He's throwing punches. He's trying to win. And I'm going to tell you what, he's catching Shawnee with some shots.
And he did throw a right hand there. And he goes upstairs with a right hand. Man, this guy's a warrior.
At some point, your mind takes over. And you know, the pain, no matter what, your mind takes over and blocks out the pain. You take your mind to a different place. It's unbelievable what this guy's doing right now. I'm going to tell you, people really don't know how special that is. He's throwing the punches, he's throwing that right hand, he's throwing it hard.
Monaghan continues to pepper away with punches. There's a big right hand. Another short right hand by Monaghan. Look at George letting it all hang out.
Go home, Donovan.
He misses wildly. You can feel his pain. Right hand by Monaghan. Final seconds of the fifth. Monaghan combinations to the body. We're moving to round 6. Ray, how do you have this fight scored?
Well, Shawnee's winning the fight, but Donovan's winning the hearts of people, man.
And his father and trainer, Peter George, said, one more round, kid. You got one more round. And Donovan said, I want to still fight.
Well,
Bomb landed by the Donovan to bomb George.
also, I saw that we had the scorecard up earlier. It should be 48-47 for Shawnee, not George.
Back to the body goes Monaghan. And Monaghan's been disciplined. With all the theatrics, he's staying.
That's his game. That's his game. He does lose his composure. And you got to love that about them.
Doubled up on the jab, followed it up with the straight right hand.
Both guys are as tough as they come. One's more of an athlete. And both, like I said, and he's getting, and that's why he's able to stay in this fight with the athleticism. But Shawnee is persistent, man. He comes forward, you can't deter him.
No time to think about feeling sorry for your opponent. You have a task, and it's right in front of you.
Now here's the test that that Donovan George is following.
Big right hand.
His father's his trainer. His father's his trainer. Does he stop the fight or let the kid go on?
Let's see. He said this was his last round. A left hook, a short left hook by Monaghan scored.
As we heard in the corner, it seems like his dad and trainer wants him to go one more round and see how he does. I went over and asked the doctor who was looking at him there ringside what his thoughts were if he'd let it continue, and he basically told me he had no comment. So we'll see how this goes after this round, but no comment from the doctor.
So that was during the commercial. And look at that, short left hook landed by George, who continued to show the warrior mentality.
And he's still throwing the right hand. I mean, it's crazy. He's walking Shawnee down, or I should say walking at him, not walking down, walking right at him.
He will not go away. Monaghan continues to stay patient, lead with the jab, double up a bunch of times.
Oh, man, I tell you the truth, Shawnee's fighting a terrific fight. Consistent, man, just be consistent.
Win rounds.
That's it.
Left hook
Keep
by
coming
George.
forward.
Well, and if he keeps throwing that right, it shouldn't be up to the doctor to stop it because they really don't know what's going on with it. It should be a decision from the corner, in my opinion.
Hey, it's up to the corner to stop the fight. The kid's fighting. He wants to continue to fight, and he's in the fight.
Monaghan landed a left hook. Back to the body. Final seconds of round 6, and George is still standing.
Let's go.
So Donovan George earned the respect of Eddie Claudio in that last round. He said, you showed me something. He's allowing him to continue for the 7th, and he's still throwing punches, and he's still standing tall against Irish Sean Monaghan, undefeated, 25-0 as a pro, trying to keep it going.
Hey, look, Donovan George first got to fight with a broken hand, and I'm just saying, obviously it doesn't help that you don't have both hands, but he's fighting pretty good, you know, with one hand, and he ain't the first, like I said. So they got to give him every opportunity. But Shawnee is consistent, man.
Back to the body, too.
I love that about him. He's consistent, keeps coming forward, doesn't get deterred, and he stays composed.
And he's landed the jab throughout. Everyone talks about the fact that the former bricklayer doesn't have skills. Well, he's changed that in his 5 years, 5 months of being a pro.
How about that? He just feinted and did a double jab. Feinted, boom, did a double jab. Love that.
Gets the right hand through. Left hook. Landed beautifully by Monaghan. Back comes George with a combination.
You know, the referee told Donovan in the corner, he said, no, you're still in it. You're still in it. And he's encouraging him.
Monaghan still trying to impress, still trying to get a big payday.
It's kind of tough that the narrative is going to switch to now you fought most of your fight against a guy that fought with one hand when it was so impressive or important for Shawnee to look dominant and impressive, which I still think he's doing. I still think he's doing exactly what he should do, but some of the narrative is going to change now.
It don't matter, though. You know, Christina, as long as he wins, believe me, people ain't going to remember just, 2 days from now what they read yesterday. So it's just, that's as long as he wins and it moves forward.
Hey, George showed a right hand to the body, so he's still got something left in that right hand. He's not grimacing in pain. They've done a good job with Monaghan's right eye in this fight also.
As I said, Donovan George, athletes in general, but fighters in particular, the threshold for pain is so vast that a lot of times you just take your mind to a whole different place, man.
Oh, an overhand right.
Don't use your elbow. Don't use your elbow.
And a warning to not use the elbows. That's to Donovan George. Monaghan has him up against the ropes. Uppercut. Another one. And then he goes to the body. So he's mixing things up throughout.
Go ahead. No cut. Let's go.
And to your point about the pain threshold, he's had 7 surgeries on that hand, so he's pretty much fought almost every fight with that injury.
Final seconds of the round.
Time. Let's go.
Bruce Beck, Ray Mancini, Christina Poncher. No knockout in this fight thus far, but it's been just like a knockout in terms of action and power and guts. Donovan George hurt his right hand earlier in the fight. He has hung in there, and he has shown a warrior mentality.
And now he's back to feinting and throwing a jab. And I'll tell you, I'm just impressed, man, by his character. He's got a ton of character.
Excuse me, Ray. Trainer Joe Higgins said to Monaghan between rounds, come on, he's fouling you. Stick to your jab. Stick to your game plan.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's a rough, tough fight. I don't know if he's fouling him. He's just, he's pulling out all the tricks. Hey, that's, you go do it right back. Yeah, I don't really see him hitting him low. He's pulling them, he's clutching and grabs. So, hey, just do that back.
Got to be a lot of frustration for George after all of the surgeries on his right hand. Finally had one that really reshaped the bone. And look at this, he ends up getting hurt again in the fight. And he lands a couple of jabs here in the 8th round. Monaghan all of a sudden has gotten a little quiet. Let's see if he gets busy again. He's got him in the corner. Throws a right hand. Another right hand upstairs, followed by a crisp jab.
Well, if you watch, it's done. I mean, George is going in the corner. He's trying to draw Sean in. He's trying to make him run into something. But Shawnee is just very impressive with his composure, not getting rattled, just being steady.
And George is egging him on, saying, "You can't hurt me." Short hook again. Combination by Monaghan, and then back to the jab by George. See, it's difficult for George to throw a combination off that jab because of the injury to the right hand. Monaghan, left hook. Boy, that was on the button.
But Donovan George got a terrific chin. He didn't back up. It didn't move him.
You know, in the meeting, how he talked about how being a boxer is such a brutal profession, and he's out here to feed his family, and he said he knows when to hang it up, but he's out there earning his paycheck tonight, let me tell you. My goodness.
No question.
Twin babies to go home to after this.
Short uppercut with that right. Probably doesn't hurt as much as a straight right hand. Monaghan back to the jab.
If he's going to throw that right hand, he's got to wait till he gets close to throw an uppercut.
End of the 8th.
And still the comedian in the corner. He said, "How do I look, Dad?" He said, "You're still handsome." He said, "I don't know what my wife will think about this."
Round 9 scheduled for 10. Donovan to bomb George still hanging tough. Irish Shawnee Monaghan still looking for a knockout. And hoping to continue his undefeated record. George says it's called the sweet science for a reason, but I'm no scientist. And yet, you know, he's got experience and he's got some ring generalship about him, and he just knows how to hang in there with one arm, one hand.
Yeah, again, it's all those rounds with all the great fighters he's trained with. You know, Triple G, Golovkin, Kovalov, and Stevenson. Even though he fought Stevenson, he spars with him too. So, I mean, he's been in with a lot of good fighters. He knows the tricks that he can trade. And even though he's been disadvantaged with one hand, he knows how to make it through the fight.
Christina, does Monaghan have to score a knockout here to impress everyone? That's the critics out there?
Well, I think people might question his power after this, but at the same time, look at Donovan George and the fights he's been in, and he does, you know, have a good chin, but it's just really tough. I feel like it's not an even playing field right now, but he's doing what he has to do to win the fight. But I would have liked to see a knockout. Sit down a little more on those punches.
Hey, there's still time.
That's true. It's only 9th round, right?
Right
Anything
hand.
could happen.
A big right hand landed by Monaghan. Another big blow by Monaghan. Follows it up with a crisp jab.
I tell you, Donovan George better get his hands up because the referee's looking for a reason to stop it. If he takes too many shots,
there's a right.
he's gonna jump in. He's looking for a reason to stop it.
Monaghan follows it up. 2-punch combination. Left hook, straight right hand. And then an uppercut. He's mixing it up. Crowd starts chanting Shawnee's name again. But George won't go away.
At this point, you want to see Donovan George finish on his feet. You want to see that because, man, he could have quit so many times in the beginning of the fight, and he hasn't.
This is why they cheered him when he left the ring in Montreal after being knocked down 5 times by Adonis Stevenson.
Well, good body shot by Donovan to the body of Shawnee. Shawnee keeps coming back.
And he's throwing a lot of short right hands. There's a left hook. He's going upstairs, downstairs. I like the way he does that 2-punch combination right to the body, left upstairs. Final seconds of round 9. George is still standing. Here we go, 10th and final round. Ray Mancini, as far as scoring, it's got to be just one-sided in your mind.
Well, yeah, clearly Shawnee's winning the fight in the ring. But I'll tell you what, Donovan George is winning the hearts of the crowd. And I'm telling you what, can't tell you I'm impressed by him, by his character. This kid could have quit early on. He's putting on a terrific show for the fans, and I think the appreciation they're going to give him, I think they will give him at the end of the fight. Because this kid's trying, man. He's putting it all out there. He's a road warrior, man, but the keyword warrior.
And he said, Christina, to you something between rounds. What did he say?
We were telling him one more round, and he said, I will go out on my feet. I will not go out on my back. I will end this fight on my feet.
Gotta love that. In a borough as tough as Brooklyn, he is showing the toughness throughout the fight.
Well, you know what? You know, it's Chi-Town, you know, so it's Chi-Town versus New York. You know, it's the best. To me, it's the best, that type of matchup. Two guys, great heart, great spirit, and I'm telling you, put on a great show, put on a great fight.
Monaghan with a crisp jab. He had something on that. Backing him up again. Goes to the body, goes upstairs with the left hook. He's thrown so many punches in this fight, Monaghan. Got to be exhausted.
Well, he trained hard. That's why you pay the dues in the gym for fights like this.
Let him go, let him go, let him go.
A minute 30 left in this fight. Monaghan backs up George.
You know, at this point, I think Sean should, you know, just start. If he wants to win impressively by knockout, go for the shots to the chin. You know, I know he's blocking shots, but keep throwing shots to the chin.
There's a right, straight right by Monaghan. And look, that jab has kept George in this fight.
Right, I mean, that's
smart.
Very educated left hand, very educated left hand.
He tried a right hand and he winced after he did it. And a left hook was gorgeous, landing on Monaghan's face.
But he's wincing from that, his right hand hitting the top of Shawnee's head.
Monaghan's got a chin too.
Oh yeah, no. Well, as much as we're talking about Donovan George, of course, Shawnee's a warrior extraordinaire.
And he lands a straight right hand.
And this is a great win for him. Don't get nobody kidding. Donovan George is a real fighter.
30 seconds to go. George is letting it all hang out. Crowd is coming alive. Can Monaghan take him out? Left hook by Monaghan. It is a war. Final seconds of the bout, and the crowd is roaring. And a big hug, lots of mutual respect, everyone clapping.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds here in Brooklyn, judges Marinsky and Ortiz turned in identical scorecards of 100 to 90. And Judge Poderek scores it 99 to 91. All in favor of the winner by way of unanimous decision. And now, NABO and still WBC Continental America's light heavyweight champion, Irish Sean Monaghan.
It wasn't about the score, it was about the effort tonight from both guys. Let's go to Christina Poncher in the ring.
All right, I'm here by both guys. What a show you both put on tonight. Shawnee, I'm going to start with you. Congratulations. You suffer the cut early on the fight, and then you fight the rest of the fight with an opponent with a broken hand. But you kept your composure through your combinations and did exactly what you had to do to win the fight. How would you... I won't. Don't you worry. How would you assess your performance tonight, Shawnee?
Well, the cut was really nothing. I could tell he was hurt for the right hand. I know he's a right-hand puncher. It's not really fair, to be honest with him. I fought as hard as I could, so did he. And then what happened, happened.
You knew right away that you hurt your hand, second, third round, whatever it was, but you asked to continue. Where do you find that heart and that grit to continue? Because you told me in the corner, I will not go out on my back.
Because one day my kids are going to watch us fight, and they're not going to see Daddy be a quitter ever. I'm never going to quit. I'll lose, but I'm not going to quit. I'm never going to stop trying. I love my kids. I love my wife. I don't quit for my family. And he deserves to win because he fought his ass off. Fuck the broken hand. Sorry, my language. It wouldn't matter. He won the fight fair and square.